Anime games usually get a bad rap from people because they say they're trash and the quality is like below average, and that's debatable. But now they're saying there aren't any anime games to play, and that's just wrong. I'm gonna give you the top 5 anime games in 2021. And if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and no pressure. Now we can get on with the video. Before I hop into the actual list, I want to throw a couple honorable mentions out there. The first being Pokemon Snap. Now, I can't put this into the top 5. I'm sure you know why. It's a casual game. It's pretty like chill, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You get to see your favorite Pokemon and you get to take pictures of them. It's a cool nostalgia trip for the people who played the old Pokemon Snap, and it's cool for the newer generation to kind of step in and play something that's a little bit more toned down than like Sword and Shield or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty cool. The second honorable mention is a Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, I can't put this one into the top 5 because it already came out. This is just kind of a repackaged experience with a couple of additions, but I think that everybody should at least experience this game once. It's a pretty cool ride. Like it's kind of mind-blowing low key, and the music, bro, music is top tier. Like for me personally, it's like Persona 5 music levels of top tier. Even Persona 4 music levels of top tier. So I think y'all should definitely check that out. Starting this list out at number 5, we have Bravely Default 2. Now this game falls in line with what you would be familiar with, like your Final Fantasies and stuff like that, and it is a good game. Now it is a bit grindy, and while a grindy game can be seen as boring, Bravely Default 2 keeps you occupied with class combinations, tons of enemies, and some pretty big bosses. It's a classic RPG experience, and I think it's way more than worth taking a look at. At number 4, we have Neo: The World Ends With You. Now this one is a sleeper, and it's actually a sequel to a cult classic, The World Ends With You, that came out on, I want to say, the 3DS. It's an action RPG in which you participate in the Reaper games with a set of new characters different from the first game, using powers acquired by pins to fight the noise, which are negative emotions brought to life. If the aesthetic seems familiar, it's because Tetsuya Nomura is the creative producer and character designer for the game. Now we know how well he's done with Kingdom Hearts, which was enough for me to check out the game, and I believe that you should too. And even if you're not into the game itself, they do have an anime based around the first game, and bro, watch it. Like, no, for real. At number 3, we got Persona 5 Strikers. Now I don't even have to say much because if it's something Persona 5 related, it's fire. But this is the Persona Warriors game. It's a cool game to play if you want to switch from the turn-based style of Persona 5, and the music is still amazing as expected. But while it is a different style of game, it retains its identity, not sacrificing it to be a complete cash grab or nothing like that. It takes place right after Persona 5, not Royal. And if you love the world of Persona 5, this is definitely a must play. Next on the list is Guilty Gear Strive. It feels good to have a fighting game to add to this list. Guilty Gear is Guilty Gear though. It's a series that's always looked cool to me, but it seems somewhat intimidating. It always had a lot going on, but for some reason Guilty Gear Strive just makes me want to hop in. And hop in, you definitely should. It has some of the best online play because of the use of the rollback netcode, and the characters are not only fun to look at, but they're fun to learn. Even if you aren't like a fighting game fanatic or a genius like that, you can enjoy the story for what it is, and while you might need a recap to catch up, Strive is definitely worth it. Finally, we have what I believe is the best anime game that you can play in 2021, and that is Scarlet Nexus. This is definitely a sleeper, and it hasn't gotten the love it deserves so far. It's an action RPG that includes some reflex-based psychokinetic powered combat, and it does not miss. You even get 2 protagonists, which means 2 different styles of combat and 2 different stories to enjoy. Now while the combat was definitely a big focus, it doesn't lack in the story department either, but I'm not gonna spoil any of that for you. You gotta check it out yourself. Instead of being another Bandai throwaway like kinda Code Vein came out to be, Scarlet Nexus is a diamond in the rough and has surprised me. And like Neo: The World Ends With You, it also has an anime to check out. So if you end up enjoying the world of Scarlet Nexus, go ahead and check that out. Now, do you have any other games that I missed? Comment them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. And until next time, peace.